Yellows. I hope this is working right now. I'm having issues with my OBS and my G4 screen recording, so yeah, let's just cross our fucking fingers right now. I'm going to go through and show a little bit of what I do if I want to get something to look animated, because I can't draw, I can't animate, I'm not super talented at all. So I rely on heavy machinery. This is DaVinci, obviously, which has a lot of really cool tools, but this can be used in a couple of different ways. It can be a one-to-one representation of the physical, that you've recorded, and trying to make that in an animated style, or you can use it as sort of a backbone, a basis of your live action to get a stylistic kind of look, versus going through and putting a bunch of images in a sequence, a lot, most likely nowadays through AI, and trying to match them as close as you can through any other specific AI bullshit that's not actually your work, blah, 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 blah. Though this isn't my work anyway, so what the fuck am I talking about? The point is, this is what I do, and if you want to do it, cool. If not, fucking just stop watching the video. Okay, so, I have a couple different things. I have I have a still photo of Megan here, and then I have Megan and John in an actual clip. An adjustment clip just to copy everything over, and you can use it to any different footage. So if you have multiple takes of things or whatever it is, and you just want to make something look animated, then you can, and it's very easy. So, first thing I'm going to do, even though it's going to be quote-unquote animated, I'm still going to use my color space transform. This is the BMCC 4K, just putting in a Rec 709, just to get that contrast, to get the color, to get all that stuff, all that good information that we want. Put in your grading and coloring. I'm really not doing anything with the coloring right now. I'm just kind of giving it a better grade. Brightening it up, add a bit more detail, which the detail here, adding a bit of, why can I never remember what the thing is? Adding a bit of sharpening here versus actual sharpening. And then I also go through and I take each of her eyes and add a bit of contrast, add a bit of brightness, and then sharpen those up as well. Just because you don't want them to pop, especially in something with animation, like that's where a lot of it comes from. We're not making the eyes larger in the sense, which a lot of animation styles do, so making them poignant, making them focused, very beneficial. I just have those as you just add an adjustment layer for the node, and I did one per eye. Next thing I'm gonna do is, you don't have to do this. This is something I think is kind of fun. Just going through with a face refinement to add a bit. Okay, why do you do this, DaVinci? Why do you do this sometimes? Ignore once. So you zoom in when you have this on. Oh my gosh. Okay, you know what? Fucking A. You can't click in your wheelbar to move the thing around, but you see what I'm saying here. Just soften up the face a bit, make it a lot easier when we put the rest of this through. Let's turn that on. When we put the rest of this to go through, there's still some detail though, so we can, you know what you're looking at, but it just takes off some of the noise and all that other shit. Anyway, I like a glow. I think a glow goes a long way. A little goes a long way. And especially if you want to go for like a 90s type of anime style. There's a really cool tutorial of someone doing it through Blender. I won't have it linked, but you can look for it if you want. But I like a good glow, especially when like we have such a good bounce light here. Yeah. Next, I'm going to use an abstraction. This is just going to soften all the image here. But it's not a denoiser. It's really softening up. So you are losing some detail in some things, but that's why we put detail in there earlier. So especially like her hair and things, you're going to lose some of that. But on things like this weird popcorn wall back here, or whatever it is. Let's make it that. It just softens it up, much like you would when you're drawing something, especially like her skin and her neck and all these like very crisp lines, and it's very, the contrast is there. Anyway, now I'm going to add some texture back in with, you got it, texture pop node. And obviously this goes without saying. Use these to your discretion, add things, take off things. Your tone is dependent, your style is dependent, what you shot. This isn't, again, don't use this as a direct copy or whatever the hell. This is just an idea. This is just a ground layer basis. So the texture is adding those lines in and creating a bit more, I guess it's contrast in some elements. So a lot of in her face here, you can see the cheeks and the lights on her eye here, on her nose, on her chin, in the background, just giving some more detail of some things. Book adds a weird coloration, which is kind of fun. But anyway, yeah. Next, like do a watercolor. And again, this is just where the real stuff comes through. You can change your blend, you can change your smoothness, more or less, whatever it is. But this is where you're really gonna get that oil painting kind of look. And you still have that detail in there, and it's also still soft, but there's stuff like her cheek here, right? She's got fucking great cheekbones. And you still have that there, it's still there. But you're not getting all of this, kind of noise, I suppose, but enough to make it look animated, especially in motion, right? Next, just add a film grain. Don't add a film grain. I don't give a shit. But that's it. That's a basic structure. Again, you can change things and you can go back from these and you're like, actually, I want, take out all these blues. I don't want any of these blues here. I want to set it in the sunset. Well, then set it in the sunset. You know what I mean? I don't give a shit what you do. Make it super fucking yellow. I don't care. When it comes to this here, obviously, we need some changes made. Okay, so I've changed up a couple things here with the texture and the watercolor. Obviously, you don't need these eyes here. Well, we want the texture. We don't want the eyes, though. So I would obviously just delete those, and these wouldn't be on the adjustment layer, obviously. They'd just be on the clip itself. But I didn't do that, so here you go. So just kind of changing it, dialing in whatever you want it to be. And then obviously this will just, we also don't need this face refinement. And then this will just play out as you want it, and there you go. If you want, you can even go in and add the, what's it called? The thing where you do less, I don't know if is it in Flickr? Hold on. So I found it. It's just under stop motion. I'm stupid. So you can do that and then, do your frames, or just go like any converter and just change the frame rate or whatever it is. So yeah, you can take this and just make it, shoot something and then like, oh, I want this to be animated. And then you can just do this, and there you go. Or you can take it, do it on a blue screen or a green screen, go back into whatever, program you want, draw some fucking mountains or space, or give them armor, or do something, whatever. Put it in an EB synth and have fun with it. But that's it. That's all. Goodbye. Fuck off.